Husbands as heroes. One woman is letting the world know how grateful she is for her spouse.
Yep, in an open letter to her husband, our next guest writes, "It is the steady breadwinner husband, men like you, who allow women like me to live such comfortable lives."
Well, those words getting some overwhelming support and probably a ton of hostility, too, from people who they threaten. Joining us now is author-speaker Suzanne Venker, and she joins us live. Great to see you, Suzanne. So what's the, well, first,
hi, guys.
Tell us your message. What are you saying here about your husband?
Well, several things. The main thing, of course, is that husbands, in my opinion, get very little to no appreciation for the work that they do on a daily basis to support their families and to do what's needed to be done on the home front as well, just like wives and mothers do. And they get, when they don't get the appreciation that they deserve and, quite frankly, need, it wears on them, you know. And we have a issue here, I believe, where we have the spotlight too much on all of the difficulties and stresses that women, specifically mothers, face, but virtually no spotlight on men and fathers in particular. So this was just my way of, you know, in a rather public way, I guess, honoring the work that he does and that we do together as partners. You guys opened this segment in a very funny way. I was a little surprised at how you opened it. I represent what I think is an underrepresented group in America, and I call it the 1.5 income family. We talk so much about 2-income families or single-parent families, but we don't talk about that group of parents for whom one of the parents moves in and out of the workforce over the course of her children's lives to be able to manage some part-time work or owning your own business, or in my case, I'm self-employed, I write. And so the life that I have in being able to be there for my kids and also have carved out this path is because of my husband, because people who do that have to depend on someone else to lead a very different kind of life that's very steady. And that's what I wanted the focus to be on.
You know, you might not go to yeah, absolutely, Suzanne. You might not go to an office job either, but being a stay-at-home mom, that is a full-time job, and in fact, I believe it's harder than going to work every day. But Suzanne, I want to show the audience some of your article. This is the article that you posted online, and a lot of people are responding to it.
Now it's on FoxNews.com, too.
That's right. You say all we ever hear in the media is what life is like for the harried working mother, for the working mother. Marriages that are more traditional in nature with a primary breadwinner and a primary parent are viewed as a thing of the past. And you're getting some criticism, too. You want to respond to that?
Sure, a couple things. So this is what's really important to note about that, is that we hear often that there's, quote-unquote, 70% of working mothers in America today. What the media does not share is that half of those mothers are people like myself who really can't be classified as at-home mothers or working mothers. We are, as I said before, moving in and out of the workforce. We might have stayed home for a few years when the kids were young, then we went back. There are all these other options that are completely overlooked. But in order to have that life, which I think is the best one, working part-time or working for yourself, you have to depend on a breadwinner husband to do that. Now, that means that there are still, and by the way, there are currently 29% of married mothers who are staying home currently and they're not employed at all. And then there's another half of that 70 that are like myself. And when you lump the people like myself in with those real stay-at-homers who are completely not employed, you have basically the majority of married mothers who are,
Yeah, Suzanne, thanks so much. Your perspective can be found on FoxNews.com. It's called A Letter to My Breadwinner Husband. Thanks so much.
And by the way, God bless you. Good for you. It's a brave thing you're saying.
Thank you.
I think it's great, Suzanne. You both need to hear praise, and you both need to tell each other what they bring to the table, and you have to work together as a team.
Yeah, men aren't evil. Right. Not all of them.
I get it. I don't know if you guys, I get a lot of praise from our producers. Do you guys get
a ton. That's a joke.